What's up, YouTube? Georgia Silver Hunter back, and today we're going to be opening up some silver that I recently picked up from APMEX. You'll see I've got two packages here. This is one that I actually got earlier in the month and just couldn't wait for the second package to come in, so I've actually already unboxed it and opened it, and everything is still the way that it came inside the box, but we won't actually be opening two boxes today, but I will show you everything in this package. What I really wanted to do was, for those of you that maybe have never made a purchase from APMEX before, I wanted to show you guys how they package up their coins and stuff when they send them to you, so you have an idea of just how secure their packaging is and how well they do package stuff. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to film trying to get into this box because, believe it or not, it's a lot harder than it looks. So let's jump into it. So first things first, it's probably better if you have some sort of knife or box cutter. All I have is a pair of scissors with me today, but we're going to try to get into this thing, and you'll see we've got your typical flat box, and I did put this additional tape over top just to protect their mail from address as well as my personal mailing address. So we're going to go ahead and try to get in here, and you can see they do use tape that has the extra strapping in it to make sure that A, you can really tell if that tape has been cut, and B, to make sure that if it does get damaged in shipping, that it does hold. So we have gotten through. Then they're going to glue this strip down, and sometimes this glue, literally, if you didn't have two hands, you weren't going to get into it. All right, so we've gotten in there. Now we have to get through the tape on the backside. Sorry, I'm doing that a little off camera there, but it is a bit of a struggle. There we go. Let me get those scissors put away. And then we can get into the full box. But you can see we've got even more glue. Then they go and they package everything inside of a nice bubble wrap container, and that too is glued to the box. So your materials are fairly well packaged. Now that said, I have received coins that they didn't package quite as good as I had hoped them to, and they banged around a little bit inside of this bubble wrap, but it's only happened I think once, and I've been buying from APMEX for a couple of years. So my personal information will be in here on a packing slip, so if there are any edits or cuts, it's because I've accidentally showed you guys more than I had intended to. So apologies if you do see a cut. And there we go. Now we're inside. So let me get that little packing slip out. Well, the way they've got it in there, it looks like I won't have to. Okay. So I did a video a couple of weeks ago on this. I'm a big fan of the silver coins that I buy, or the silver rounds that I buy, being more collectible. So, you know, I have several tubes of generic stuff, and that stuff for me has become less interesting over time. So I tend to target things that are fairly collectible, fairly low mintage, things that are kind of in that $30 to $35 range. In general, with spot price constantly kind of going between about $21 and about $25. So you end up, you know, your premiums are like $5 or $6 or $7 over spot, but because they're collectible, you are a little bit sheltered from the ebbs and flows of spot price. So there's not a lot of variety in here, but I was excited about these pieces and I wanted to go ahead and show them off. The first one is actually something that has been out of stock for a long time. And this was something that I got for, you know, this just one for my own personal collection. This was very expensive, but this was the first year Nui Batman coin. And I tell you what, I will take the camera down and we'll look at all these a little bit closer without quite the glare once I get everything open here. But this coin, I want to say, I don't, without pulling the packing slip out, this was probably like 60 bucks, $58, something like that. These are almost always going on eBay for a lot more money than that, or at least a couple $5 or $10 more than that. And honestly, I just wanted this one for my collection. I think it's a gorgeous coin, and I'm a huge Batman fan, so I was really disappointed when I missed out on this when it first came out, because I want to say it was maybe like $30 or 33 bucks or $35 or something, and at the time it was just too much. I was in the generic stacking mode, so I was constantly trying to get stuff at spot or $1 or $2 over spot, and I thought, this is crazy spending like $10 over spot for this. Had I bought a tube of them, I could have made a fortune, but live and learn. So anyway, this one's collectible, this one's for me, and we'll do a little bit closer look once I get the rest of this stuff out, which all the rest of these should be the same coin. And like the last one, this coin is the colorized Superman that just recently came out from, I think this one, we'll look on, it's the Samoa 2023, 1 ounce, 3/9 fine. And again, I'll take the camera down and we'll get a closer look. But these typically are expensive, and I'll pull the price up and put it in the lower right-hand corner. But these kinds of things typically hold their value very well, and they resell very, very well on eBay. So that's part of the reason I've started getting into more and more of this stuff. I did get one for me, but the rest of them that I'm about to pull out here, you'll see I did get for potential resale value, or maybe do on a live stream. But these really were more for resale value. But I got 1, 2, 3, and I do see something that worries me a little bit on this, and we'll take a closer look under the camera. These may actually be going back to APMEX if this little bit of damage here is what I think it is. So there we go. There's 4 of them. Did I get 5? I can't remember. Nope, just 4. And actually, I have the price right here. I got these when they first hit APMEX, and they were, the colorized ones were $45.85. And I want to say on eBay, they were already trending for over $50, which is a good thing. But I see a little bit of kind of a dent right here, which worries me. These may end up going back to APMEX. But let's get into this other package, and it is in line. If you saw my previous video, it is the same coin, but it is the non-colorized version. And these did ship in capsules. I'm going to go ahead and open one now. I haven't opened one before because I wanted to wait and do that on camera. I'm going to also make sure all that scuffing is in the capsule. But it's the exact same coin, 2023 Samoa, 3/9 fine, 1 ounce. It says $5 on the back. But you can see it's the same coin, just not colorized. So pretty cool. I did get 1. How many of those did I get? 2. That's something else we'll talk about here in a second. 3, 4. And I think there's 1 more in there. I think I got 5 of those. Because the other thing I try to do when I shop at APMEX is I try to make sure I get over that $200 price range so that I can get free shipping. Because I just figure, you know, why pay $7, $8, $9, $10 in shipping if I can get 1 more coin or 2 more coins and get it over the shipping price. So this was another coin that's been out of stock for a very, very long time. And just like the Batman coin, this one was a bit cheaper. I want to say at the time, maybe like $45 or something like that. This was, and I think it's actually a much nicer coin than the new ones from Samoa. But this was the first release of the Spider-Man coin from Nui back in 2021. And these, I think, as of me filming this, are still available through APMEX. And the mintage on them is pretty low, but they either got more in stock or they got a second shipment or something. But they've been out of stock since 2021. So I picked up one of the Batmans and one of the Supermans for my own collection. Those will go in capsules, and like I said, they'll go in my safe and just something I'll hang on to. But let me get the camera down. We'll take a look at these, and I'm real interested to get a closer look at this little dent that I see there. That's something that may end up going back, so we'll see. It may just be the indentation in the capsule to keep the coin from moving around, so let's take a look. All right, well, here it all is. Let's take a closer look, and I'll try to do this without all of the super glare from my overhead lighting here, but this is the 2021 Superman after being put in an airtight, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I just think the design on it's really nice. It's more from, like, I think the new 52 look, more than sort of the older style, which is what the newer coins are, which I still really like. It's just different, so I tend to appreciate it. But there is the 2021 Superman. It has come down a little bit since I bought it. They still have them in stock at APMEX. I'm looking right now. It looks like they have an any quantity for $48.60, which is a premium piece of silver. But again, I know at the height of these, they were selling for like $75, $69, somewhere in there. And I think they will continue to sell at that range once they go out of stock at APMEX. And I think if you look on eBay, you may still people paying over what you could get it for today direct from APMEX. And by the way, if you do want to buy any of these things, I would really appreciate it if you would drop down below and use my affiliate link. It's in the description of pretty much all of my videos, but I do get a commission every time I do make a new sale. But it really does help out the channel. So if you are interested in buying anything from APMEX, whether it's these coins or anything else, whether it be supplies or just regular bullion or gold or what have you, please do consider clicking on my APMEX affiliate link in the description down below. Here is the Batman. Again, we looked at that one a little bit closer, and I too think this is just an absolutely gorgeous coin. I do think it's a much nicer design than the recent one they released, but the recent one's actually going for a pretty decent price right now as well. And this one was done more in the New 52 style. The one that was just released, again, is more from maybe call it the 80s style or maybe even early 90s, but there it is at 2021. So let's take a look here at our Superman a little closer in a capsule. And this is where you can definitely make out that it is much more traditional, more like a Christopher Reeve style Superman, but with more muscles. 1 ounce fine silver, 3/9 fine, trademarked. And of course we have the Samoa 2023, kind of proof-like finish there on the back, but very, very pretty coin. And any of the scratches you see here, a lot of that, or I would say all of it's really in the capsule. It's not on the coin. These are things that have been untouched since leaving APMEX. These guys, I did use gloves while putting them here in my airtights. So the colorized coins, I'm not a huge fan of colorized coins, by the way, but again, for the resale value of these alone, I figured I would go ahead and give them a look. You can see here on the back that we do have the standard kind of proof finish back there. And what was giving me some pause is up here I could see the divots in the plastic, and it looked like the plastic had been, or the reading had kind of been flattened out, and I thought maybe this one had a ding on it until I realized that those indentions are really on all 3 sides, and that weird kind of almost lack of reading look there was on all of them really. So I think this is pretty normal. So this is the coin if you're interested in them. I did just check. They are no longer on APMEX, so it looks like they are officially out of stock. You'll have to find them somewhere on eBay, maybe on a YouTube sale or Instagram sale somewhere if it's your bag. Like I said, I'll probably list these in my store, which you can find a link to that in the description down below. And I may do some silver games or something like that on my channel at some point, because there are a lot of things that I bought for resale that I just haven't resold of late. But that's kind of it. That's all of these coins in a nutshell. If you're new to APMEX, I think they do a great job packaging. I think they have a lot of exclusives that it's really worth keeping an eye on their website, getting maybe signed up for their news list or newsletter. And stay tuned to my channel, because anytime there's something interesting that I think might be a good flipping opportunity, I try to bring it up on the channel. I did bring all of this stuff up previously on another video. I didn't see a lot of folks chatting about the video. It only got about 225 views, so maybe you guys don't like this kind of video from me. But honestly, I think in the long run, I'll make decent money back on all this, and the stuff that I keep, I'll keep. But I'm excited about this stuff. I hope you are too. If you did enjoy this video or you like all this silver, let me know. Drop on down below, click that like button, and leave me a comment. If you're new to the channel and you like coin roll hunts or talking about silver such as this, or where you might find a good deal on silver from time to time, make sure you click on that subscribe button and then click that little bell and select all so you get notified each and every time I do release a new video. Again, if this is interested in you in any way from purchasing something from APMEX, make sure you use that affiliate link that I have in the description down below. Really helps the channel out, and I'd really appreciate it. I do think this is some pretty cool stuff. That said, if you're just a regular stacker, you can find decent price generic silver at APMEX. I say decent price. You can find generic silver at APMEX, but they're usually a little bit more expensive than a lot of the other online bullion dealers. But keep an eye on their deal page, because from time to time you can find some really good stuff out there for a really reasonable price. So with that said, you guys take care, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.